In a world divided between the floating utopia known as the sphere and the slums below, where the so-called tribesfolk are treated as outcasts, Rudo, a rebellious and sharp-witted young man, scavenges through discarded junk, seeing value in what the privileged deem worthless. Raised by his kind foster father, Regto, Rudo grows up resentful of the injustice and corruption of the upper class, who freely dispose of not just objects, but people, casting criminals and unwanted individuals into the pit, a vast, deadly wasteland below. However, Rudo's life takes a horrifying turn when he finds Regto murdered, and before he can even process the loss, he is falsely accused of the crime. The sphere's corrupt authorities, unwilling to hear his side, sentence him to be thrown into the pit, a place from which no one is known to return. As he plummets into the depths, he braces for certain death, but instead survives, waking up in an apocalyptic landfill crawling with aberrants, monstrous creatures formed from the accumulated trash and filth of the sphere. Just as he's about to be devoured, Rudo is saved by Engine, a mysterious warrior wielding a bizarre but powerful weapon. Engine introduces him to the Cleaners, a group of fighters who battle the aberrants and maintain order in the chaos of the pit. Rudo soon learns about the unique power known as Givers, individuals who can imbue objects with energy, transforming them into deadly weapons called vital instruments. To his shock, he realizes he possesses this ability, which manifests through his late foster father's gloves, turning them into formidable tools of destruction. Determined to seek vengeance and uncover the truth behind Regto's murder, Rudo undergoes rigorous training under Engine and joins the Cleaners, earning the trust of their elite warriors, including Grizz, a fierce ex-assassin wielding scissor-like weapons, and Engine, a battle-hardened fighter with a powerful staff. As Rudo grows stronger, he learns that the Cleaners are not just fighting aberrants, but also investigating a much darker secret, that the sphere has been hiding something sinister about the pit's existence. Meanwhile, a hidden faction within the sphere, composed of high-ranking elites, becomes aware of Rudo's survival and the fact that he has awakened as a giver, making him a major threat to their control. As Rudo and his allies uncover more, they realize that the pit was not always a wasteland. It was once a thriving land that was destroyed by the sphere's rulers, who deliberately dumped waste and toxins to eliminate their enemies and maintain their luxurious lifestyle above. The revelation ignites a fiery determination in Rudo, not just for revenge, but for justice. Infiltrating the sphere becomes his ultimate goal. But to do so, he must first defeat the monstrous behemoth aberrants, gigantic creatures born from the deepest layers of discarded history. With Engine and his team, he embarks on deadly missions to secure lost relics of the pit's past and gather enough strength to challenge the oppressive system that cast him down. However, the battle is far from straightforward, as the sphere's enforcers, a brutal force known as the Watchers, are deployed to crush any potential uprising. With their own twisted versions of vital instruments, these elite warriors prove to be formidable adversaries, forcing Rudo and the Cleaners to push beyond their limits. In the climactic showdown, Rudo finally faces Regto's real killer, a high-ranking Watcher who reveals that Regto was once a revolutionary, attempting to expose the sphere's crimes. Fueled by fury and resolve, Rudo unleashes his full potential as a giver, transforming his gloves into an unstoppable force, and defeats his foe, bringing him one step closer to his ultimate goal, bringing down the sphere and freeing those condemned to suffer in the pit. The story concludes with Rudo standing at the edge of his next challenge, gazing up at the sphere, knowing that the real battle has only just begun.